And we hear that music that makes your skin crawl, Kai. We're back here at the Dunstable Leisure Centre as we see Ace Andrews make his entrance.
Of course, with that briefcase, he won at Cash in the Bank. And, of course, that means he can have the shot at the TAW Heavyweight Championship whenever he likes. And, of course, nicking an old man's crutch
Has
from
he
the
really
crowd.
just taken someone's crutch?
I think he has. Of course, he's requested this one from the TAW management.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very often we see Ace Andrews do something smart, but after winning that Cash in the Bank, he wants to test himself. He wants to see if he can take on the best. So he went straight to management and said, you know what, I want to take on the powerhouse. I want to take on Paul Mcsherry. I want to see how I do.
Of course, he's made the smart move by bringing out the other members of the Legion. Of course, Showcase and Jay West, who we saw earlier on Loose Connection.
Yeah, well, I mean, anyone would say initially that taking on Paul Mcsherry is possibly the worst thing you could ever choose to do, but he's confident because he knows he's got that backup in the shape of Showcase and the world's tallest midget, Jay West. We're just waiting for the entrance of Paul Mcsherry. Hold up. Maybe I was too early there. Hold up.
And of course, here comes the massive powerhouse, Paul Mcsherry. You know what? He's absolutely formidable. He was up against he was the #1 contender for that TAW Championship. He's about to take on the #1 contender for the TAW Heavyweight Championship.
Now, I tell you what, Kai, before this match gets started, let's have a little bet. How many times do you think we're going to hear the word meatball said tonight?
How many balls of spaghetti do you need?
It's technically a meatball, not spaghetti ball.
Yeah, I don't care. But you know what? I've got to say something about Paul Mcsherry. Do you know what I saw earlier on in the week? I saw it on the news. That he's been doing a lot of charity work, especially one for Joshua's Hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, previously we've seen the event Wrestle for Hope. Paul Mcsherry was extremely influential and put a lot of work into that. And yeah, he seems to be kind of, dare I say, turning a new leaf.
He certainly is, and of course he was helping a member of the crowd across the street earlier, and of course that member of the crowd actually had his crutch stolen by Ace Andrews as he came out. So I'm sure he's that
little son of a.
That's another meatball.
Son of a witch.
Son of a witch, indeed. Son of a brie maker. Of course, Showcase saying there's no rush to Ace Andrews. Come on, Ace, you wanted to take on the powerhouse that is Paul Mcsherry. Get in the ring. Don't be a pants about it.
I guess, in a way, kind of Ace Andrews is almost stroking Paul Mcsherry's ego here. We know how big Paul Mcsherry's ego is, so... You know, someone requesting a match against him and seeing him as kind of top talent, that's only going to make the guy happy, I think.
It's going to make him happy, but you know what? He wants to come out here and get the job done. He was expecting to have the night off tonight before WrestleStock next month. So you know what? Being made to wrestle someone like Ace Andrews, who's never won a TAW title, who's never won a tag team title, who's never had a bit of gold before in his life. The only thing he's won is that Cash in the Bank from the help of his two little laptops.
That's true.
There.
That's true. But it is the start. I mean, you know, at the very beginning of our life as commentators, we I say you certainly got under his skin by commenting and mentioning that he was always the first out and he was always kind of looked to you know, it was never main event material, and he's really kind of put that hard work in and kind of fought to build up a strong allegiance with Jay West and Showcase.
And of course the crowd really getting behind Paul Mcsherry as they tie up. And of course you're kind of expecting the powerhouse really chucking down that Ace Meatballs Andrews into the canvas. Do you know what goes well with meatballs?
What?
Very, very nice cheese.
Cheesy balls, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Cheesy, I think...
Parmesan cheese.
The less we say about that, the better. Ace is taking a bit of a breather on the outside.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe he's regretting his choice in match tonight?
I certainly think he is. And, of course, Jay West trying to comfort. Oh, it's kind of cute, really, isn't it? Trying to comfort Ace Andrews on the outside. And, of course, Ace Andrews, Paul Mcsherry, inviting Ace Andrews back into the ring.
He does have 2 of the count of 10, though.
Certainly does. Take all the time you need. Ace Andrews really wanting a test of strength with Paul Mcsherry.
He's got guts. I'll give him that.
He certainly has. But when you got somebody like Showcase on the outside, you're going to have a lot of guts, aren't you?
It takes some big meatballs to challenge Paul Mcsherry, definitely.
Of course, and missing that lovely elbow.
Massive diving shoulder tackle
to the scream of "Come on, meatballs!"
Well, I think we're already on about 7 or 8 meatballs. Seems like today is Paul Mcsherry's Dolmio day.
It certainly is, and of course Legion have decided, no, that's it, that's enough. You know, quite right too. Ace Andrews doesn't really need to prove anything. The only match he needs to win is against the TAW Heavyweight Champion tonight, who is in action later on. Of course, teaming up with TaylorMade against Samson and a mystery guest.
Yeah, no, this is something we've spoken about a lot, and nobody has any idea. We haven't seen anybody backstage that we wouldn't expect to see. So, I mean, I can only imagine that maybe it's somebody who's doing kind of double shifts tonight.
Yeah, certainly can do. Obviously, we haven't seen DOA for a while. Could it be DOA or even the return of Sam Still? We know he's been out injured. Could he be back? We'll have to wait and see.
Jay West just slipping over on the outside as he was trying to chase Paul Mcsherry around, and that kind of immediate distraction just kind of caught Paul Mcsherry. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to...
Do you want to be laughing at Paul Mcsherry's expense?
No, I was laughing at Jay West's expense.
That's
Did you not see him slip over on the far side?
No, I was debating about who was going to be Samson's partner tonight. Of course, Ace Andrews now on top of Paul Mcsherry.
Well, it seems that Jay West's inadvertent slip on the water on the far side has actually kind of worked to his advantage.
And of course, this is the smart move that Ace Andrews predicted. Of course, Jay West and Showcase on the outside and choking Paul Mcsherry's.
And Ace Andrews distracting the referee. He's being quite sly there.
Certainly is. And of course, Ace Andrews with a new ring attire as well. They're matching up with
Showcase. Yeah, I mean, he didn't necessarily need it. Showcase definitely did, because those pink trunks were just
showing too much of his hairy legs.
Tiny trunks.
And of course, again, those dirty tactics. Ace Andrews distracting the ref while the rest of the Legion really working on Paul Mcsherry there with a lovely elbow to the back of Paul Mcsherry's head.
I guess you should have seen this coming from the Legion.
Certainly should have done. Of course, will that go into their favour once Ace Andrews cashes in with that cash in the bank?
Quite possibly. I mean, you've got to think that things are looking pretty good for Ace.
Certainly is,
because he's got 2 guys behind him that are supporting him all the way. But here we see Paul Mcsherry with a massive vertical suplex. He's barely holding on.
Certainly is, and Ace Andrews failed to get Paul Mcsherry up. He's reversed it into a lovely...
What a delayed vertical suplex. That's another meatball. Paul Mcsherry, he is fired up for this. What are we going for? Oh, an atomic drop.
And that has really hurt your tailbone area.
That's one way to break your coccyx. It's going for another.
He's going to be feeling that in the morning.
The look on Ace Andrews' face right now.
Of course, the Legion on the outside can't do much. Ace Andrews doesn't want any more, and of course he's going for another. Oh!
And he's on the ropes. Wow.
On the ropes into his yam bags. Oh, he's really working that. If Ace Andrews has a wife, girlfriend, or whatever, good luck with that one.
He won't be much use to them for much longer after that. That's another meatball. We really need a counter for this. I think we might have to do some video editing with our footage after the show.
We'll put some dings in there, I think.
Every time we see a meatball, we'll count it. And unfortunately, Paul Mcsherry missing that slingshot back in. No, I don't think I've ever seen him hit that.
No, I don't think he has, but that was a snap suplex by Ace. Going for a quick count. It's 2. Being chucked off by Paul Mcsherry, the pure strength.
Powering out.
He could have taken on Dwayne Johnson in the Hercules film, but unfortunately they decided for Dwayne Johnson.
Apparently Paul Mcsherry was too busy.
He was. He was going for the TAW Heavyweight Championship at the time. And, of course, again, we see Showcase choking on Paul Mcsherry while Ace Andrews is showing the ref some intimate area.
Checking on his... checking for illegal equipment, I guess you could say.
Yummy, yummy handbags.
Checking his meatballs were still there.
In a lovely back area, and Paul Mcsherry climbing up to the turnbuckle, however, being held by the Legion. This is really a 3-on-1 match, as of course...
I mean, how long can the ref really...
how stupid can the ref be?
How long can he keep falling for this? Christian's really got to wake up.
Oh, what a...
Vintage Ace Andrews.
I've got to say that was a perfectly well-executed DDT there.
Yeah, from the corner turnbuckle.
1, 2, and of course Paul Mcsherry now struggling to kick out a little bit.
Ace Andrews putting all of his weight down on Paul Mcsherry, and still, it's just not enough to keep the big man down. The powerhouse still able to get out.
But there's a reason why he was a #1 contender against Nate Nitro. Of course, there's a reason why he's
a powerhouse.
He's a pure powerhouse.
And we see Ace going for the version of the Garvin stomp.
Patented as we heard.
Apparently he's patented stomps.
As he was telling us, of course, he's really stamped on Paul Mcsherry's face and wrist.
And one on the face for good measure.
And he's now lifting up Paul Mcsherry into that middle rope.
Now, I'm going to put some money on the fact that as soon as he walks away, he's going to drag the ref. And, yeah, there you go. Every chance he gets, he's distracting the referee.
1, 2...
Two and 2/3. That was close.
Just kicking out. Of course, Paul Mcsherry now getting the Dunstable crowd right behind him. He's stomping on that canvas. He's feeling that energy. He's building up his strength. And of course, Paul Mcsherry plus strength is not going to look good for Ace Andrews.
I get the feeling Ace doesn't want to be sat up here right now. Falls straight into that release overhead belly to belly suplex. Paul Mcsherry tossing him around like a rag doll.
And he is pumped up. He is ready to lift some heavy weight up into it. Oh my, look at the strength of this man.
Fall away slam. Wow. Paul Mcsherry, he's gone up a few more gears now.
He certainly has done. Of course, the Legion, I think, Showcase and Jay West looking a little bit scared. They're kind of backing up into a corner there. And of course, as we see Paul Mcsherry up into the turnbuckle, flying
diving headbutt. Wow. We go 1, 2. Oh, that's the closest we've seen Ace Andrews to getting pinned in this match.
Ace Andrews certainly looks like he's about to be Derrily Dunkered as Paul Mcsherry is lifting him up to an F5. Of course, Jay West now getting involved there. Not a smart move. Good old Jay West.
Bringing him in the hard way. Knocking Showcase off the apron with that forearm.
And the chaos now, Paul Mcsherry taking on all members of the Legion.
Now Jay West, he's alone in the ring with Paul Mcsherry. He does not want to be in there right now.
Paul Mcsherry's lifting up Jay West and just chucking him on to the other members.
Launching him out, and the Legion are down.
Well, we're saying that Legion are the most formidable force in TAW at the moment. I'm taking that back. Paul Mcsherry, certainly the chef to his meatballs. And he's got 3 meatballs on the floor now as Paul Mcsherry's up on the turnbuckle. Taking out.
Triple clotheslines. Paul Mcsherry is cleaning house. And like you said, the Legion just don't want any part of Paul Mcsherry while he's fired up and in the zone.
Of course, requesting a match against Paul Mcsherry, Ace Andrews. You're an idiot.
I mean, you got to admire his courage and his meatballs for trying it, but there's another meatball.
Of course, going up for that F5.
And watch the way he twists his hips in this. Oh, but here we see the Legion members bailing in the ring, laying their hands on Paul Mcsherry. The refs had to call it off.
Of course, that's the only way the Legion were going to get on top of Paul Mcsherry when he's distracted. And of course, what they're doing now, remember this last time out in Dunstable, they had their handcuffs and handcuffed head case onto
and here we
the
see
ring post.
Showcase. He's got those handcuffs again.
And now he's got that cash in the bank briefcase. Smashing over the head.
Over the head of Paul Mcsherry. The big guy is dazed and confused. He's seeing astronomical stars right now.
He certainly is. And of course, Showcase holding on to those handcuffs. And this is brutal. I think somebody from the locker room, if anyone is watching in the locker room, really need to come out and save Paul Mcsherry. But you know what? In the last couple of months, he hasn't really done himself very much favours. However, his charity work has been phenomenal over the past month or so. And certainly the work he's done with Joshua's Hope has been absolutely brilliant. And of course, Legion just basically being a pack of dogs.
Pack of wolves.
A pack of dogs. They're lap dogs right now, aren't they?
Oh, Jay West is.
It's a Shih Tzu and an Alsatian.
Paul Mcsherry's not moving right now. He is out.
He certainly is. Of course.
That briefcase shot to the face, that's knocked him completely out.
And of course, Ace Andrews. Oh, whoa. God.
Oh, my.
Paul Mcsherry breaking out of those handcuffs. Certainly, I would not get on the dark side of Paul Mcsherry. And of course, the Legion running scared.
Perhaps playing possum there.
There's another meatball. And of course, Legion is not the top team as they pretty much lost against one man.
That's true. Paul Mcsherry powering out of those handcuffs.
Could he be the mystery guest later, the mystery tag team partner of Samson?
You never know. I mean, it's open for debate. It could be anybody, but
Samson and Paul Mcsherry.
Paul Mcsherry
that would be a formidable
turning over
force.
a new leaf and scaring off the Legion for now.